I don't know why I was expecting something darker and hardcore, but this more emotional candid sad summer song is right up my alley. Eyedi has gotta be one of my favorite releases of the month. You can feel his overwhelming pain and sadness, but eventually the storm settles and the waves become calmer, allowing you to feel the restoration of hope in his life. You can also tell that BI poured his heart and soul into this album. 2019 was too soon for him to leave the K-pop world, and I'm glad he's back after having gone through so much. A few of his B-sides have that classic YG sound. Eyedi is going straight onto my sad girl summer playlist.
Zero, lucky.
I swear to God that chorus just hits different. It's so satisfying when that bass drops and thumps like that, with their vocals adding those classy ornaments that make the song shine. It's difficult to be disappointed in Monsta X releases, and it's also hard to be surprised of the songs sonically, but there's nothing wrong with that. I find it comforting knowing that I've always got something familiar to explore. When listening to Monsta X, I had to replay Juhyun's part at the end of the bridge so many times cause I was so shook. I think this is a great continuation of the concept they were going for in Love Killer, which to be honest I'm still recovering from. Y'all, we got a petition Starship to turn the MV into a movie with the boys starring in it cause it was so goddamn cinematic. I got so into the storyline, and those camera shots and lighting were just utterly divine. Breathtaking. That's all. It's beautiful, elegant simplicity. No fancy, just utter class and sophistication. It makes you focus on what makes this group so extraordinary and these ladies legends in the K-pop industry. Their vocals. Their vocals together are like a whole orchestra. There are so many big swells of emotions that you can't help but allow to take over you. That's just their power. This is basically Starry Night and Windflower's Love Child, two of my absolute favorite Mamamoo songs. Now that Wheein isn't part of our BW anymore, I do hope we'll still get frequent Mamamoo comebacks with all four of them. The filter they used on the camera or the color grading added on in post-production reminds me of the Boyz' Bloom Bloom. Bloom Bloom and Up All Night are the few rarities of the cute concept that I love and adore. Though I love their darker stuff, it's nice to have a break from all that and embrace the light. I've already done a review of this bop and the album, so check out the video if you'd like. I don't know if you all know this, but this is their fourth mini album in 9 months. Underrated versatile kings doing the absolute most. Ghosties are literally the luckiest and most spoiled fandom. I am so unbelievably proud of them and of what they've been able to do in such a short time. I really think they are going to be huge one day. For now, I hope they get enough rest to recover from the hectic 9 months they've had. If you haven't already seen it, y'all should also check out the legendary movie concert they did for KCON. It was seriously one of the greatest nights of my life, and it was for free. Link to the replay is in the description below. When I first saw the teasers for this comeback, I had to do a double take cause I thought they had already released a full album. But no sorry. This is their first full album. N.Flying never disappoint. I love the message and unique perspective they brought to the song. I love how they take the moon landing as a point of inspiration and then interpret and translate it into a source of hope, motivation and courage. It's so beautiful. K-bands seriously deserve so much. If you haven't already checked these guys out, I heavily strongly implore and urge you to give these guys a listen. Trust me, you won't regret it. These guys have so much range as well, so I think you'll find at least one song you like. I hope this song becomes their new rooftop and blow them up again. The only thing I'm mad about with this comeback is the short promotion period. We only got 2 weeks of performances. Why FNC? Especially for a full-length album. Why? The teasers for this comeback were absolute liquid fire. Dang, SM's creative design team is popping off this year. The teasers took me back to 2015 when they released Lightsaber for the Star Wars movie promotions. The Waylay came in and just lit up my entire world. I'm so glad that even though it's just a special release, EXO are still sticking it to the haters and showing that they'll always be together. If it makes sense. I don't think this sounds like your typical EXO title track. It sounds more like an XOSM station song. Like it kind of fits into the same category as Dancing King. Don't Fight the Feeling is still one fine bop, and I know that it is only a special album. I'm also not saying that I'm disappointed. I love it and I've missed these boys so much. All I'm saying is that I can't wait until we get a full throttle EXO comeback with the whole ensemble, cause no one is going to survive that. Also apparently we're getting Dio solo soon, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've waited so long for soulful, velvet vocal powerhouse Do Kyung-soo to release his own stuff and completely obliterate the K-pop scene.
Party on lockdown. 모두가 pay, only for fame.
This is an immediate headbanger, with the name of the title track and the type of vibe I was getting from their teasers and video thumbnails. I thought this was going to walk along the same line as CIX's Numb and P1 Harmony's Siren, and I was damn right. This is such a powerful song to debut with. It's very easy to go over the top with charisma with a concept like this, which can often result in it being a bit cheesy. But these guys make it seem like they were born to sing this song and be in this MV. I thought the song was already really catchy and sick, but then when that bridge hit I was left speechless. Yo, why are these rookies debuting so young? I'm starting to feel old. I'm still processing the fact that there are people born in 2005. Off topic, but I am genuinely confused with what is happening at C9, as well as their subsidiary J9. It's a bit unusual for a small company to debut two boy groups quite close together. But then again, brand new music exists, so I guess if they have the means to do so, it's not really that unusual or big of a deal. I just hope they give both boy groups their time to shine and give them the same treatment and promotions. That aside, I'm also seriously worried about Signature. What is happening to them? Are they okay? 2 members have left. 2 new members have been added and they haven't had a comeback in over 9 months. At least with the addition of 2 members it means that a comeback is on the horizon. I just hope the girls are doing okay. Alright, now back on topic. Overall I was thoroughly impressed with this debut. Straight off the bat they are coming in as one of the strongest competitors for Rookie of the Year. They've got so much potential in them and I'm really excited for their first comeback.
Oh, bye.
Finally a WE title track I really like. I've always been into their B-sides, so I was hanging on to hope that this comeback was gonna resonate with me. Why does this remind me so much of Coco Bop? This song also kind of reminds me of those tracks released by underrated groups and low-key, under the radar soloists in the 3rd generation. I love me some well-tailored suits and silky shirts. This styling is basic and quintessential, but these boys make it look so exquisite. This is another song that I found myself nodding along to. It's a perfect funky summer bop that'll fit in with the crowd at a party, at a beach hangout, or just for a lounge room laze. Y'all, I've fallen so hard for Yongha these days. He's always caught my eye since debut. I think I've finally picked a bias in this group. Also, I found out that he was in One the 9 and realized that he sang a lot of my favorite parts in the 2 songs that I know of them. Summer in an Iberian beach town kind of vibes. I like it. It helps take your mind off things and transports you to an oasis. This particular brand of summer songs is not what I'd normally listen to regularly though. However, I can see this being played at a lot of places I frequent. Story time. Last year I was at a shopping center near my home. For context, I live in one of the most isolated cities in the world, and I can bet that other than BTS, the overwhelming majority of people have never listened to K-pop before. But when I was in this shopping center, I was walking past the food court and heard twice as more and more being blasted at a sushi shop. I was looking around and no one seemed fazed that K-pop was being played, and I live in a pretty white suburban neighborhood. What I realized is that more and more sound is something that's very familiar to the Western audience. So in conclusion, even though the song is not something that I'd reach for on a regular basis, I think it's a good song for the general public around the world to enjoy and to help make K-pop, and music from other countries for the matter, more normal and integrated in the Western music scene.
Though I hate to admit it, I got a baby, I've been.
Yes, guy. BM finally got to release his solo stuff. This track takes a deeper look into what BM is really like. Most people know him as the big titty committee meme guy or that intimidating rapper from Card. but really he's gone through so many rough patches in his life and just wants people to know that they are not alone and that they can get through it. He is more than just the big titty committee guy. He's an artist. He's always given me Chris Wu vibes, and I really think that if DSP let him, he'd be a really influential artist in the West. Also, y'all should really check out his podcast Get Real with Ashley and Peniel, cause they talk about some deep stuff while also being comedic legends. That pre-chorus is so breathtaking, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. I was not expecting that beat change and dance break in the second half of the chorus, but damn, it's so good and it sounds very cute. I like it a lot. Before that part came along, I kept thinking that this song would suit other groups as well, like Cherry Bullet or Oh My Girl, and was hoping the song was going to offer something a little different that gives it that Lightsum flavor. So that little beat change is something that I very much appreciate. I'm surprised that the rappers don't sound like Hyunalmeo. I saw that people were worried for this group in the lead up to their debut because the last time Kpop debuted a girl group with a cute concept, it didn't go so well. However, I think the cute concept suits these girls really well, and I think it's an appropriate concept to do given that they are so young. Like I've said previously, I'm usually not one for cute concepts, but I don't mind vanilla. I think with time I'll fall deeper in love with this song cause it's just so catchy and bubbly and cute and all that good stuff that makes me feel happy inside. Yo, this was way above what my expectations were. I thought BamBam was gonna debut with something that's got a West Coast summer hip hop vibe. Something like The Dawn of Us, but damn, Ribbon is just so BamBam. He looks so damn luxurious as always. The MV is so colorful and soft and creative. I love how he says ribbon like reborn. It just adds that extra layer of interpretation and artistic creativity. BamBam, keep doing you man, cause we're all loving it. Bruh, literally if you watch the MV you'll be drowning in their visuals, their vocals and their talent. You'll have gotta listen to more bands. Look at what you're missing out on. Mad respect for the boys having to film in water. I really hope none of them got sick from the shoot. I love how their music is evolving. Kang Hyun always kills me with his guitar solos, oh my word. It's not your typical summer release, but you can't deny that one we seriously never disappoint. June was the month for K-bands. Stan more bands, people. Lucy have delivered another summer bop. This sounds and looks like a closing chapter to their first year. It's so heartwarming to watch and listen to. That hook is just so catchy and beautiful, I love it. The instrumentals in the chorus take me back to the summers of the mid-2010s. These boys have so much range. Please, please, please give them a listen. They deserve so much but are so underrated. I'm at a loss for words to describe how this song makes me feel. All I got to say is that I hope Lucy stays around for a long time cause I genuinely never get tired of their songs. That muted trumpet that opens the song is so simple yet so emotional. It fits so well with the old school melancholic concept of the MV. The lyrics are absolutely heart-wrenching. The scenery is so beautiful and so effective in depicting that romantic East Asia countryside and beachside kind of vibe that's sentimental and serene. I can smell the country creek mist and dew just by watching it. Ever since Red Bean I've been waiting for these two to release another cover. Now they've given us their own song. We've been so blessed. I can't tell you how goddamn happy I was when watching this. I'm so unbelievably proud of them. These ladies were glowing. Glowing, I tell you. I felt like I was about to cry when watching their MV and come backstage because I was so happy for them. Kai Mat Bar Ram is your typical formulaic summer bop, and the MV reminds me of so many summer bops that have come before it. But when placed in the hands of brave bros and brave girls' vocals, you have a sound that doesn't feel tired and overused. Instead, you've secured the creation of a powerhouse bop. It is quite similar to Rollin', but not so similar to the extent that it's Rollin' 2.0. I'd say the similarities end with the tropical house foundation and both giving off the same serotonin we all desperately need given the state of the world. I don't mind that the two are similar in vibe because for a release right after making it big you want a song that can help cement yourself in the industry and also grow your fanbase with something familiar. What I love about songs like Rollin' and Kaimat Bar Ram is that it makes you want to let go of your inhibitions and be fearless. To go out and live your life. To always be filled with joy. I certainly need this reminder all the time and I'm glad brave girls are still here to tell me this. 2021 is the year for brave entertainment. I'm so overjoyed that they got Echan to feature and even joined them on stage for pool party. God bless the brave family. If June has accomplished anything, it's setting the notion that we should normalize older K-pop girl groups. These girls will reign supreme as the summer queens of 2021 and for many years to come.
This is how you fought.
I always knew Yujeong had it in him to do this kind of music but I was still so surprised by it. We need more actor Yujeong. I used to be a casual listener of GOT7's music before and they were a group that I could always count on to make me laugh but I don't think I ever got to see all of these sides the members are showing us now. Honestly leaving JYP was the best decision GOT7 ever made cause I don't think we'd be able to get bops like the ones the boys are releasing if they stayed. So far, even though I've loved all of GOT7's solo work, Yujeong's has been my favorite sound-wise. This new image he's cultivating is so different from how I used to see him but it's still authentically him. I could say the same thing for all of the members tbh. I'm honestly loving 2021 so much thanks to GOT7. Strong third gen vibes. Hype artists are really serving us with sad love songs for the summer. Ready to Love is a lot like their older stuff like Don't Wanna Cry. One of my favorite songs of theirs. The MV set also reminds me of 101's Energetic and Blackpink's Stay. I had to pause the video and take in the beauty that is platinum blonde long hair Seungcheol. Hot damn. That scene where they're dancing in the rain blessed my eyes and added a couple years to my life while simultaneously ending me. Only legendary kings dance in the rain. The only thing I don't like about the song is that I feel like it's too short. Legit when it ended I was like what? That went by way too quickly. This can't be the end. The makeup, the hair, the styling, the set, the song, the ladies. Outstanding. Oh my word. The song is so well made. It progresses so powerfully and never leaves you bored. And my lord those visuals 10 out of 10. That electric guitar went off. It was so sick. At times because of the genre of the music, the instrumentals can overpower the vocals. But with this, their vocals overwhelm you with so much power you get so lost in this fantastical realm they've created. That's it. Where do I sign up to join this cult? And the award for best teasers ever goes to, I swear to God, Ace's teasers are always on a whole other level. Ace's stylists and makeup artists are seriously of a different caliber. Who even thinks of using those annoying plastic straps as clothing? God bless their creative design team and God bless the boys for being ethereal, mystical gods that grace us mere mortals with their presence. I was not expecting something this soft. It's quite different to the Ace songs that I've heard before. Granted I've only listened to their title tracks and a couple of their B-sides. I was expecting something dark and mystical with the album title Siren and those black outfits. I was not expecting these beautiful mermaid gods to serenade me with an uplifting melody. Side note, what is it with K-pop and underwater concepts this year? Also can we just admire the fact that they sing in Latin in their intro?
Lazy.
I gotta thank my friend for letting me know this happened. The Rose I miss you. I absolutely love this Vibby indie sound. I also love how he's selling the hoodies as merch with this release. I seriously want one so bad. How does he manage to look so good in both of these looks? I don't know how I'm going to get over this absolute serve. Something about his aura gives me Freddie Mercury vibes. I love the message of the song. I didn't fall in love with the song until the very end when I finally understood and appreciated what Woosung was trying to convey. We always think of being lazy as being something bad because our world depends on efficiency. But if you take some time out of your day to be lazy, you'll find yourself being able to appreciate more of life and your surroundings. You'll be able to notice things you wouldn't if you kept being busy.
We about to paint the town. Paint the town.
The way I audibly gasped when I saw Haseul's teaser pictures. My queen is back. All of my favorite girlies are back and I'm so happy. 2 of my alts, and so many of my faves, came back in the same month. I'm over the moon. Queen Yongha has helped create yet another bop, where So What failed. Paint the Town succeeded. Don't get me wrong, I love So What. I love it so much that it ended up at number 7 on my Spotify wrap-up playlist for 2020. Side note, 13 Loona songs ended up on that playlist and they were my top artist of the year. I was also in the top 2% of their listeners, just to give you an idea of how much I love them and their discography. However, I have to admit that I sometimes felt like the concept of the song did not 100% entirely mesh well with the members and at times felt a bit forced. But I reiterate that this was sometimes, not all the time. Paint the Town meshes so well with Loona, while So What was bold and fierce. Paint the Town is elegant and majestic. It doesn't need to tell you and force down your throat the message that it's powerful. You already know it. I was drooling over how much lore was present in the MV and I can't wait until Loona content creators begin producing their video essays. I really like the Bollywood-infused instrumentals in the chorus. I don't think I've heard much of it being used in Kpop. That part where Haseul says open your eyes, is it moon or the sky? And living is wise in the bridge adds that extra spice to the song that helps kickstart the outro, which does a similar job as look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane and how you like that. While I am upset at the line distribution again, I was really surprised at the places where Yujeong came in. I mean, we got rapper Yujeong, no ad-libs, actual lines. There is the issue of CA that has been brought up. I have seen both sides of the argument from members of the DC community and have seen how blurred the lines are between appropriation and appreciation. Despite differing opinions amongst those affected, it's important that we remain respectful and don't discredit how people feel towards the issue. NCT Dream serving good vibes only this summer. I like the modern hippie aesthetic they're going for, as well as the contrast they give with the Matrix Men in Black inspired set. Some parts of it sound like a wave song, other parts of it sound like a Dream B-side. The dance is very groovy and their live stages are so energetic and fresh. The song feels like a continuation of the concept and vibe they were going for in We Go Up, which I love. Hello Future is very complimentary to Hot Sauce, even though on the surface they seem very different. Please don't mind the crude analogy, but Hot Sauce is a hot, confusing acid trip, whereas Hello Future is a sunflowers and rainbows psychedelic trip. I've been waiting for this man to release a heartbreaking ballad and completely destroy me with his God-sent vocals. All this man needs is his voice and a piano. With songs like this, you can't really describe into words how it makes you feel. That gives it justice. You have to experience it yourself. You feel pain. You feel nostalgia. You feel the drowning melancholia. But you also feel some type of peace in the heartache and misery. It always gets me when I think about the fact that this man was willing to leave his group and hand over his leader position in order to have a chance at joining another group and give his original group more attention. This just goes to show how golden his character is. We'll miss you Soon-woo. You've done so well. We'll always be proud of you. Good luck in the military. I was not expecting Drippin to have a comeback so quickly, especially since Woolim groups usually come back twice a year. It's quite similar in aesthetic to Up All Night. Sound-wise you can definitely tell that this is a Woolim song. It reminds me a bit of some of Golden Child's early stuff. I don't have much to say about this. It's cute and fun, but it's not something that I'd regularly listen to. I just felt like I owed it to these boys to do a proper segment for them because I wasn't able to do so for their last comeback, but fell in love with their B-sides. Also, they're so precious and I want to give them the recognition and attention they deserve. I dare you not to smile and feel happy inside when watching the MV. If the title track isn't your taste, I'd highly recommend checking out their B-sides. BDC was another group that I was not expecting to come back so quickly. I guess a lot of companies are trying to push for a summer comeback this year for a lot of their groups. I'm glad that retro is still thriving. This song came straight out of the 80s and I'm so in love with it. I thought Moon Rider was my favorite release of theirs, but then Moonlight just grabbed me by the collar and went no bish. I swear they keep getting better and better with every comeback. The MV is just pure art. Them in these pastel suits with their matching hair colors gives me strong Powerpuff Girls energy and it's so adorable. Thank you BDC for blessing my eyes and ears. I absolutely love this idea of giving former idols another chance. I was so upset when I learned that one team disbanded, but then I was so happy when I found out 2 of the members were going to debut again. This song goes really hard, and that outro elevated its energy even more when I thought they had already reached the maximum limit. It's not my usual vibe, but if it came on shuffle, I'd probably let it play through. The song almost sounds like a Stray Kids song. It's even structured similar to one with similar progressions. This isn't a critique or anything. I just like to point out things that I find similar, cause the people who like Stray Kids songs might want to give these dudes a listen now if they know that it's something familiar to them. Also, if you liked Thanks by Atties, I think you'd like their songs. Overall, I'm just really happy that a group like this exists to keep these boys' dreams and ambitions alive.
이 빛을 따라서 너에게 가는 길, 하얀 길을 따라가 가려진 시간 속에 남아 우리가 같은 길을 걸어 아직 남아있는 너의 잔향에 흐릿해진 기억을 꺼내 다시 내게로 스쳐 지나가던 나의 시간을 소리 없이 밝게 비춘 널 찾으러 가 빨강도 파랑도 꽃도 보라 그 위에는 우리가 사랑을 한다 한밤중에도 그 빛은 너무 밝고 그 빛은 곧 너라고 가정한다 너가 준 오로라는 항상 그 보라색을 띠고 나를 지나갈 때도 I got this on my